Back. Rory, you ended up going with the Sanchez dub over
Yeah,
the
I
Trust.
think
Definitely a very close 7-10, and
that's
a
what
go with that. Um,
this
so
one we have to done, but just like me. It's Super Bowl.
so Celtics sweep the Knicks 2011, maybe this was 2010, but Celtics sweep the Knicks in the Knicks' first playoff series in a pretty long time up until that point. This is when they just first had Melo, first had Stoudemire feeling themselves a little bit. They get swept by KG. This was when they were really doing their thing. Um, and then it's going up against, Super Bowl 46, which is obviously awesome, but we can talk about that later. Rory, I know you have gripes about this series still. Let's hear them.
Okay, so there are things around the league that if Chauncey Billups doesn't get hurt game one, the Knicks give them the series for me. Like there have been like around the league that were like a thing that were just like because he was kind of like the Knicks were destroying the Celtics at one point during that game. And then like I don't know what happened during game one, but like some crazy
So
shot
you're
happened.
basically saying that Chauncey Billups is like Kawhi Leonard getting hurt versus
Oh no, no exactly.
I'm
Oh
playing.
yeah, no, they're definitely happy. I think like KG and like Paul Pierce was like, yeah, Chauncey getting hurt like changed that team completely.
I also I wanna quickly I thought that I had the Nets beating the Celtics like the year before they got swept in 2021. I thought I had that in here, but it probably, I mean, it would have lost anyway. But Kurt, would you have still? I feel like the butt fumble still would have won over that anyway. So
Oh, absolutely.
I would have want to give it a shout out since I thought I had this moment in there, but it must have just got knocked out once I added a couple more. But so we're gonna go with Super Bowl 46. Talk a lot more about that later. All right, so now we are into the next round here.
Yeah, you didn't do 18-1 with Buffalo. You obviously know what they win.
So the Buff Fumble, I don't think we already talked about the Buff Fumble, 18-1. The greatest moment in sports history. Let's have that move on. So now,
Thing is, I would take the ball fumble.
Please stop it.
More iconic, man.
oh man. All
Remember the
right.
butt
So
fumble?
the Buff Fumble had a nice run. It got to play it in there. We laughed, but it loses to 18-1. So it got the
Yo,
let's just have this
Dickinson, man.
one. All right. So next we've got the 5-4. Pat Steele, Bill Belichick from Jets.
Gotta be for.
Gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be the 4 seed for the long-term ramifications. Pat stealing Bill Belichick obviously changed the course of NFL history. We'll go with that. Mo Lewis hits Brady. Celtics finesse the Nets. Kurt, this one, I feel like, the long-term ramifications, I like this matchup because they both have such long-term, like, really turning a lot of things on their head.
Yeah, I think at this point, you still probably have to go to the Mo Lewis hit,
Yeah.
being bigger. Although I think that could easily change looking forward. If the Celtics win a couple of championships with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum,
Which is a
that
very big if because you have to get through the Knicks, but Mo Lewis will win this one. 2-7, Super Bowl 46, Sanchez beat, two very painful defeats. In the purpose of time, though, obviously we're gonna go with Super Bowl 46. So let's go move on though. Those have got to be, are those the two toughest beats, would you say, Kurt, in your like Patriots fandom?
no,
No.
no, the two giant Super Bowls.
How true, how true, how true. So now we're going 18-1 versus Pat
That's not tough.
Belichick from
Be up there.
Jets. This,
I have to throw Nick Foles out there too.
yeah, okay, that's fair. But we're gonna go to the grid here because this one is a very interesting I guess end of this bracket.
How
18-1, but going up against Patriots steal Bill Belichick from the Jets. I think there might be a case to be made for an upset. Like, I think if you because of the long term, like
Those teams, the juggernauts they are, without Bill Belichick going from coaching that team.
18-1 upset doesn't happen if Bill Belichick doesn't fucking snake on the Jets and then turn the Patriots into a dynasty. It wouldn't even be a thing.
Another I was thinking also the Parcells thing, like the Patriots and Jets have so many of these weird like coaching. Like Parcells did like the exact same thing except in reverse to what Belichick did, and they had to give up like they were paying, and the same thing with Curtis Martin. Like the Patriots, I think no, the Jets gave the Patriots in exchange for a head coach and a running back, like multiple first round picks, a second round pick, a third round pick. Like it was really crazy how much these teams be fucking with each other. 18-1 though, it's just like think about see, I think 18-1 though, I will say that I think it loses a touch of its significance because like there was a really long time where like people were saying, well, Brady would definitely be the GOAT had he not lost to the Giants twice. But the fact that he went, he had the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. He's definitely put these losses in the rear view mirror more than I think even a lot of people thought he would. That being said, I mean, the helmet catch is the most, it's the greatest play ever. And it's got to be the most, like, in terms of New York, Boston, especially, I think once we even get through the baseball round, we could even talk about this. This victory came at a time. I'm gonna make my case for 18-1, and then Rory can too, where like New York sports were really reeling. Like we had just come off 04. Red Sox had a chip, the Celtics had a chip. Like we were getting bam, 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 and then this ultimate right hook jab that we landed. I'm not gonna say it, but it really like just counteracted a lot of that. This was like the only thing that could really even it out after the 04 thing was a loss like this. So, Rory, you've heard us talk about it. What do you think?
I think it is a very close matchup, but at the end of the day, you have to go 18-1. Just the ramifications around Super Bowl 42. We'll never see anything like that again. And it's like any iconic American sports moment, that's just near the top. I mean, it's self-explanatory, right? So
Yeah,
I think 18-1.
yeah, 69-68. They come through, man. Mo Lewis hits Brady, Super Bowl 46.
But I think this might surprise you, but I'm going Mo Lewis hits Brady because, like, Super Bowl 46, as amazing as it was,
Incredible.
like, yeah, I could talk about that for, like, all night. But it's just, like, historically, that Burke, like, we don't know if they even play, like, is that Burke the greatest quarterback of all time? And, it's not that, but very close. But I'm going to go against my bias and go with Reese.
Yeah, I think like you've got to have at least like the linkage with the Brady Belichick thing. Like I think we've got to send Mo Lewis to the finals too. I'm actually going to go with that because again, as Rory said, as amazing as Super Bowl 46 was, like the Giants, they fell off after that and haven't really challenged the Patriots at all since. Mo Lewis, like this is something that Jets fans, they still are like, man, why the fuck did he hit that guy? So I'm gonna go with that. Kurt, let's give your closing thoughts on this matchup.
I mean, I obviously agree with you guys. Super Bowl 46, definitely another critical moment in the rivalry, but I think Mo Lewis, kind of like the Bill Belichick one, is just more encompassing. And certainly with that other Giants Super Bowl, there was a larger, overwhelming storyline of the Patriots being undefeated, which makes it that much more
Yeah.
powerful. So I mean, I think this one has to clearly be Mo Lewis at least.
Yeah, we're gonna go Mo Lewis, and I one of the I think the first lower seed winning. Though we've definitely had a few debates. So now we have Mo Lewis hitting Tom Brady, ushering in the greatest quarterback of all time. Yes, I said it. The greatest quarterback of all time. Versus the Super Bowl, the greatest Super Bowl of all time, in my unbiased opinion. Super Bowl 42, the helmet catch. Biggest upset in NFL history. This also doesn't happen without Mo Lewis. It's Tom Brady. I'm gonna actually swing it over. Like I think Kurt, like I want to hear your thoughts on this one first, to be honest.
So, I mean, I think this is very similar to the matchup that played out in the last round, if you look at it that way. Because obviously the Bill Belichick hiring and the Brady kind of moment where he coming out moment, if you will.
Mm,
Um, so in that way, it's also interesting because it comes down to like Brady Belichick. Is the Mo Lewis hit bigger than the Bill Belichick moment that lost the Super Bowl? So I mean, I argued for Bill Belichick before this. I'm gonna say that I would go Mo Lewis as well, pretty much for the same reasons. It's it's just more encompassing. Without that hit, who knows what would have happened? Who knows if Tom Brady would have gotten that role? He probably would have, but I mean, if he gets the starting role 3 years later, the Patriots might have two less championships. So um, I think the Mo Lewis hit should win, but we got a couple of Giants fans that might disagree, man.
the it's tough. It's very tough to see the 18-1 go down. And especially since again this had a lot of long-term ramifications. I was pretty convinced going into this that we would definitely end up with 18-1 coming out, but
I'm going 18.
All the pressure's on, Kieran.
this is a tough one. At the end of the day, I think for content, I'm just gonna like say I want the last debate to be 18-1 versus 2004. So I'm gonna go with 18-1, man.
Bet.
Even though I think that it's a tough it's tough. I mean the Mo Lewis and Brady hits like would have been cool to see them matched up against each other.
Let's say too, in argument for the 18-1, that that was more of a specific moment that was defining. Like I said, the
Yeah.
moment it was more general. It doesn't matter to if that was the Jets that did it, if it was someone else that did it, like Brady would have gotten in and had that opportunity.
Yeah.
But obviously the Super Bowl being specifically Giants Patriots and having that result, it was very defining.
So Mo Lewis, again, this is still like everyone knows though. Like it's interesting that like Mo Lewis was a good player. He was, like even I was looking through with the Jets Patriots stuff. He made some plays against the like Jets. I think he might have even been on both teams to be honest. But like everyone just knows Mo Lewis. Oh, that's the guy that hit Drew Bledsoe. Like it's so iconic that is, and the fact that it was the Jets, like it just rubs it in probably more every time Tom Brady played them. They were thinking about that, and even to this day, going to SUNY Binghamton with a lot of Jets fans, even though like last year, like they're still terrified of the Jets, even though Patriots, even though Tom Brady isn't there, which has to do a lot to do with Belichick as well. But they just seem to just always beat them, and that comes back to the Mo Lewis hit. So we're gonna wrap that up. The one seed takes it. A lot of chalk. I think we might see some more upsets in the baseball side for sure. And also we could have had some upsets here. We decided to go a little chalkier. But boys, this was super fun. I cannot wait to do the baseball things. You guys can sign off here.
I appreciate both of you boys coming on for this. It was a great time, and I'm looking forward to running the baseball soon.
We got an opening day, huge. You know, Red Sox hopefully back in the basement. Just a quick rundown before we go. What are your like overarching thoughts heading into this is it. This is opening day tomorrow.
Yeah,
Where you at with
I mean, I'm not definitely not as psyched as I have been going into the year, but I think the Red Sox definitely have more potential this year than some people are giving them credit for. I'm really excited to see Yoshida. I think he's going to be really good. I think Casas is going to be really good. The pitching is going to be interesting to see how that plays out, but I am excited. I'm excited.
All right. I think we're dipped already. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Peace out.